Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to say. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Shake me away, rip me from slumber and fight for me. I want you to fight for me. For me, babe. They say stand up for the things you can't stand to lose. Despite what my heart can't feel.
So, who's it gonna be?
I step up.
Oh, hey you.
Hello, shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper. Not so shy no more, are you?
I was gaining my footing, if you must know. You can't just change faces like that and expect everyone to just be okay with it. Especially one. I've seen some doozies. That one, my friend, I think takes the cake.
Oh, you flatter me. Right, down to business. Before you, I have, and I stroke this tall, floor-to-ceiling mirror. You see before you, not quite glass, it's polished silver. It has a frame of brass, etched, knurled. It looks like wood, but it ain't. It has all sorts of filigree gargoyles, illuminations of pain, eyes, lots of eyes on this thing. They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but anyway.
Shopkeep, remind me to tell you later of a very interesting place that is assuming you have something for trade. I think you would enjoy it.
Assuming? Cute. Alright. Now here's... I love this thing. This mirror has many names. I'll give you one, though. My favorite. The mirror of desires. In this shop, I have many things. And yes, I do have more in the back. This here can help suss out what it is you want, since I ain't quite too sure if you know what you want. But I'm curious. What with your, condition? If it works on you.
I suppose there's only one way to find out there, isn't there?
I suppose so. Step forward, please.
Before I do, the way I figure it, I look in that mirror and you gain information, which is something you can trade for, yes?
I suppose. I mean, we sort of both gain a thing or two. I'm trying to sell to you.
Yes.
But why?
And I'm trying to make sure we all get our fair shake of it. Yes? So I will look in that mirror, no problem at all. If you would share with me your least favorite name for this mirror. I smile smugly.
My least favorite name for this
That's
mirror.
what I said. Yes, sir.
What was it again? This thing here has passed through so many hands. The Mirror of Desire, I suppose, is a good enough name. Solar, someone called it once before, but I don't think that's too accurate, so I don't like it much.
Solar, you said. Solar. Oh, that is interesting. So I. Oh, with the eyes. Yes, I guess that is a bit derivative, isn't it?
Quite so.
Yeah.
Quite
all
so.
right. A deal's a deal, then. I'm a man of my word. I step up to the mirror, watching the eyes.
As you step forward into the mirror, you see nothing at first.
Broken.
Maybe a dull glow, a pale reflection of the room behind you. However, you feel drawn, pulled, your attention seems towards the center. Something you can't quite make out. The back of your neck feels stiff. It ain't like you can't look away. You don't wanna. And now I need you. Sorry, honey.
All right. It's all right.
I need you to roll 2 dice for me.
Yes.
1 magic and 1 body.
All right.
Difficulty. Narrator, what kind of difficulty should we give him? He's the first after all.
In the shop, it's either 30 or 40 if you're feeling like it should be easier for them. But I would say default 30 in this shop, personally.
I see. All right. In that case, double 40s. Why not? I'm feeling nice today.
Very kind of you, good sir.
Oh.
23 on mind.
Ooh.
And body. Ooh, 67.
67.
So that Sunny understands, because I know this when I'm looking at it. Right now it reads otherworldly success, but we've changed that to be 1, 11, 22, and 33. So it's very close. It is still a success, but basically it's like magical success, not necessarily like the most insane success of all time. Okay.
I see.
Sorry. Take it away.
Interesting. Say, Moog.
Yes.
This is the narrator, Sonny, coming out here for a second now.
All right. Why didn't you say so? Come here.
When was the last time you think you've ever seen yourself in a mirror? Your true self?
My true self.
How long has it been?
Well, define true self.
Well, yourself at all. What with all your powers, your
I mean,
strength.
I don't think my clan has the clan bane that you can't look in mirrors. So,
Not that
I'm
you
quite
can't
fit.
look in mirrors, but
then see myself, yes.
You can't
Mine-
see yourself?
Yes.
Oh.
In a manner of
interesting.
speaking, yes.
Not in our
Mhm.
world, Sonny. Ain't fucking possible, but for them, because they come from VTM, they can see their reflection for most of the time. But
Oh.
I know.
And I'm quite pretty.
mm-hmm.
How curious indeed. Well, in that case, that changes a few things.
I'm here to help.
Oh, yeah.
However, if this is the mirror that I think it is, then I doubt he's ever seen what could potentially be in there now. But I'd have
That's why I asked. Depends on true self. And I think that'd be up
Quite so.
to the other narrator maybe to discern, as I would have no fucking idea what that could mean.
Let's roll one more time. This one
I
will
love
be,
rolling.
Yeah, this one will be mined as well. Same difficulty of 30.
30 or 40, because I've been rolling.
Sorry, 30 for this one.
All right. Yeah.
Oh.
Just making sure.
Yep.
Oh, 51. Wouldn't matter either way.
It matters.
It does matter. So I'm gonna send this over to Sunny here, and then he can take it away here.
What do we have here? I see. Baby, as you stare into this mirror and you see yourself, your oh so vain, oh so beautiful self,
That's right.
you see it melt away,
Oh no.
flickering, licking like the embers of a fire.
What is happening?
And as you look at this silhouette of yourself, you notice, or at least you feel this weakness. Can you give to the mirror with your role? Give me a time where you felt truly helpless.
A time when I felt truly helpless.
That's right.
It was 5 years ago. Over 5 years ago. And I'm small and weak. And I enter a party. Libations going on all around me. Everyone's happy. Their faces twisted. No. Normal. They look twisted to me. Laughter. Maybe at me, maybe not. But definitely seems at me as they look. And small and helpless. One offers me a drink. And I take it down immediately. They're still laughing at me. They're still talking about me. I shouldn't be there. How could I be invited to something like this? And I take another drink. And I look around. A pill. Cocaine. More drinks. The room starts to spin, but they're still laughing at me. More and more. It doesn't make it stop. And I can't do anything about it. And then, one last drink before Gardania. And that's it.
I'm not sure when you notice that you're currently now kneeling on the floor, staring at this mirror. But the memory you just had and fed to the mirror, it played back to you like some sort of twisted telenovela, starts to coalesce back into this flickering flame. And then, more so, into the you see before you. Are you helpless now, or are you strong? Do you feel strong? Have you felt strong since then?
Oh yes. I have felt nothing but the strength of fire since that evening. And I thought I've burned all that away.
The moon before you grows in clarity and smiles at you. Do you move at all as you stare at this mirror?
I'm still on the ground, yes. I'm still on my knees. I'm looking up and I see me.
No.
I'm not moving now. Oh, you know what? I move my arm to see if it moves. Even though we're in different positions, I want to see if it reflects my movement.
It does.
Interesting.
However, as you move your arm, the moon before you keeps moving his arm behind him, and then presents before you in two hands a small doll. In front of you, this thing looks like you, but warped, twisted, broken homunculus of a patchwork piece of art, needles and straw hair, a tiny set of glasses. What you see, I say, right behind you.
I see my reflection. And it's cute as well.
Oh, I see. I don't see, but I see.
I see me in every possible way.
Interesting. You hear a slide to the side of the store. A drawer has opened up, and I prance towards it. Oh, I think this might be a use for you. Maybe, if you want. It's got quite the striking resemblance. I turn it around and before me is this small little voodoo doll. Ipake Congo. This here is a powerful charm, a vessel. You may have heard of voodoo dolls before. Folk, they use it sometimes, what, to curse people. However, well, in your own possession, kept to you and yours alone, the puppet can be the puppet master. This here needs just a little bit from you, though, to secure the pact.
And what is it that it needs from me to secure the pact?
Oh, what do you think?
I look down at my scar from which I pick. Yes. I suppose it's always that, isn't it?
What can I say? It's hard to break certain habits now.
Sure. Right now,
I'll present the doll. Right now, sure.
All
if
right.
you want it. However,
Yes.
what's in it for me?
You get to witness what happens. But what's in it for me?
Well, should you be in possession of a doll like this, you tell me, when someone has a voodoo doll of someone else and say they twist his neck or stab it or burn it, what do you think happens?
I mean,
What's
here
supposed to happen?
anything could happen here in this world. I don't know how it
true.
works. It could be nothing.
What do you think might happen?
Mine, I think you'll ruin a perfectly good doll. I smirk.
Fair.
I will do this, and you get to watch and have a story for all future patrons.
Story.
Yes. However, I will impart with you something of mine before we part ways, in exchange for two things.
Two things.
Yes, two items in here of my choosing.
Of your choosing. Hmm? I have many things in here. I can't just go bargaining like that for nothing, even for the likes of yourself. And I have to say, I do like what I see. I see 6 individuals with so much potential.
Mm-hmm. 6 individuals. Rather, 5 in one copy.
Well, this little puppet became a little bit more apt now, didn't it?
There are no
All
strings
right.
on me, sir.
Let me stop playing with you now. I hand you the doll, and I say, would you please? There ain't no words or fancy things with this. It's straight up blood magic.
All right. Pick the scar open. And I ball my hand up into a fist, and I let a single drop of blood drop on the door. And then I lick the scar.
What a waste. I glide up towards my first client. I pull out my pinky finger, which you now notice is quite long, quite sharp, and quite beautiful. And then I shove it straight into his neck.
Into the door.
Nothing happens. No, into your neck.
Oh, into my neck.
Roll body for me real quick, please.
Oh, I would love to.
Roll body for me.
You know, I went into this session thinking I want to roll as much as I possibly can, because if you're not rolling, you can't succeed. And speaking of success, what difficulty can I roll for you?
Oh. You gotta roll me a 40 right here.
Wonderful.
Kind.
Mind. Oh, sorry.
No, I said
Kind.
very kind.
Oh. It was
You
a
rolled
49.
A 49. Well, ain't you lucky you have this doll on you? My finger sticks into your neck. I pull it out, and there's nothing left but down in your doll. Doink, a stitch pops.
Oh,
You dig?
I see. I smirk.
You
Look
take
at the
care of
door.
that now.
Of course. I take it, and I give it a little kiss on the forehead as I tuck it away in my inside jacket pocket for safekeeping.
All right. Well, that was interesting. I lick my finger. I still have a vampiric fang in my mouth like a lozenge. Who's next?
I step forward. The
Oh.
shopkeep. Hola. I would like to make a deal.
A deal?
Well, I would like
Very
to buy
well.
something.
Okay.
How about this?
Two very different things. You have me twinge there for a second. I have made a deal in a
Well,
little
we'll see where the
while.
conversation goes.
Care to step before the mirror?
I have already seen everything I need to see from a mirror this earlier today, and I do not need help knowing what I want and what I desire. It has been clear to me for a long time.
Is that so?
See, now, you said you have been alive for a very long time, true?
So very long.
And before today, the only thing you have seen of our kind before is a little bit of dust in your jar.
Narrator, should I? Oh. She throws her hands in the air, invisible to the guests. I think it was a long time ago, and I ain't too sure y'all are from here, so to speak. At least that's what you're letting on. So what is mine may not necessarily be what is yours.
So then, it is fair to say that we are the first of us you have ever seen in your long time on this earth.
Of a sort.
Right.
At least not in dust form.
Correct. Now, I am looking for a few things. We will see if what I have to offer you is enough to get these things. First off, I would really appreciate if you would teach my friend over here, I motion to Cora, to perform whatever she needs to do to open this door when it opened again.
Now that is an ass. Because I have no idea what this door is, and it certainly ain't here.
If you cannot help us, I can ask for something else.
I'm thinking. I've taken a long, drawn breath. And as I do, the floorboards again croak. You hear the wind rush behind, not just your ears, but all your ears. been a while since I've been able to just leave. I may be able to help. I may not. What else did you have in mind?
Well, if it is a maybe, then I will have to ask for other things. For myself, I do not know if you have an item like this, but I've tried something when I was here, before I knew I was here. And I do not know how well it will go if I should do it again. So I would like something that might give me some assistance. Should I try to do this thing I'm about to tell you again?
As you talk, my eyes are just staring at your mouth. Sorry, come again.
I smile with my fangs out. So I was saying, my apologies. Do you have anything that would assist me in bending the will of others to my own?
Oh. Of course.
Pretty simple, it sounds like. Very common for you here.
Well, I mean, folk come from all around the place with different kinds of things. How specific do you want? A love potion?
No, I want people's minds to be pliable when I tell them what to do, which I can probably do without it, but it would be nice to have some help.
I see.
Okay, so he might be asking for, and this is just me coming in to help. If you don't need it, you can do whatever. Seriously, I meant it when I said you can give them whatever your brain comes up with, if you want. But I assume he could potentially be asking you for a talisman that gives him like a, +5 or +10 shift on rolls of that type. So that is something that is pretty common for a shop like yours, where people will come in and ask for a focus or something like that. Like Arafir's staff was a focus and his feather was a focus for him. Gives him a bonus on his rolls. So that's kind of what's happening here, or you could do anyway.
I understand. Thank you, Mama. I look at him dead in the eye. To your will, how permanently here we talking?
Until they finish telling them what I want them to do.
I see.
Sometimes it is less enjoyable if they never realize that you are doing it to them.
I think I may have just the thing. I strut towards a cabinet, and amongst it I start to just wash my hand back and forth. Little talismans here, necklaces, pendants, beads, you name it. And then, within, I lift up what looks like, and you'll find this kind of ironic, some prayer beads. Now these here, these belong to someone quite influential. Folk, and I suppose you'd have to forgive me because also they're a bit more modern. Now this fella was able to get a lot of people invested in him. Real invested life. Through him, they were gonna see the promised land. Oh. But sadly, all they saw was a blanket and a nice tall glass of Kool-Aid. But there's power in belief. And these was his. I think these and your general je ne sais quoi could be quite the partner. What's in it for me?
Well, I have two things I think you would be very interested in. But perhaps this drink is as effective as they might be. I do not believe will be enough. However, I will tell you one of these things.
Very well.
Have you seen a web?
A web?
Ah, you have not seen a web.
I see many webs. What you talking about?
If you had seen this web, you would have known the web I was talking about.
I like the way you talk. I love the way you talk. You make me so curious. Speak.
There is a web over part of this city. A web of magic that myself and one of us have seen. And I have spoken to someone else who I would have assumed knew it was there. And as far as I know, she does not.
I see.
Which is very strange because it is right over her home.
Go on. And why is this? Why do you think this is of interest to me?
Well, as someone who is a practitioner of magic, there is some sort of magical web over part of your city. Perhaps it is outside above you right now. Perhaps you don't know. Perhaps it would be nice if you did know.
Narrator,
Or even to tell you about this. Even to tell you about this has given you something to look for.
You were asking, yeah, that was creepy as hell. You were asking me if you knew something, right?
That's right.
Can you ask me specifically what it is you would like to know?
Do I know of this web?
You leave your shop very often?
In that manner of speaking, but no, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so. No, I think this is probably news to you.
So that's it then. That's the extent of your story here. Spider web for this.
Would you like me to go outside and see if you are caged in by this? Or would you like to check for yourself? Because does the value change if there is in fact above your head? I have told you it is already above the head of someone else whose friends you collect.
Believe you me, I am not caged in here.
As far as you know.
Roll a body check for me.
Okay. 30 or 40?
Difficulty 30.
38.
I think with a 38, you notice that the way I say that doesn't sound as cocksure as all the other things I've been saying so far. A web, you say? Huh.
Hold on. I want to go outside and see if I can see it. above us here.
So you walk towards the door. Sonny, do you let him out?
I think
Allow
if he
me.
walks towards the door...
I was just going to say, allow me to look for you.
I watch him go. You open the door.
I look through the window.
It's blacked out.
Yeah.
You can't see out here.
I open the door.
You open the door, and inside, you see 5 fellas. One in a hood, one with a wide-brimmed hat. Someone who's gorgeous standing next to a mirror.
No, you're too kind.
I tried.
Oh, you're talking about Constantine, sorry.
I kind of freeze there and go, all right. Well, perhaps I will check when we are done.
Close the door, if you please.
Close the door.
I snap my finger. You hear a door unlock, and then for a second. You may.
Now I open the door again.
You see outside.
I'm sorry, he wanted you to see where you were and then let you outside. That's fucking
No, I'm
scary
trying
as hell.
to remain
That's scary as
calm
hell.
like my character would, but I wanted to say how fucking cool this is. Okay.
It's okay. I'm the audience right now, so I will react.
I think
Oh my
though,
God.
I think after this though, like it is very unsettling. So I I don't know if this seems crazier to do, but I kind of just lean my head out so I don't completely leave, but I lean my head out and I look up into the sky.
You gotta roll.
Okay.
Mind 30.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been longer than 10 minutes since we arrived and some stuff happened in here.
I would assume so.
Because I had
yeah.
a bonus. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then forget it. All right. Oh, well.
When was your bonus from?
When I drank the blood from
Oh,
the
yeah,
thigh.
no. You still have that. For sure, you still
Okay.
have that. Yeah.
So
100%.
That was 5, I think, right? I think it was 5. So 35.
Yes.
Okay.
Was yours the one that started high and then every time you used it went low and then stayed at 5?
No, it was
that's
just I get a bonus from.
Constantine.
Yeah,
That's
from
Constantine.
this-
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. All right, yep. 5 works.
Okay.
So 35.
I get a blood from drinking. I get a bonus for
Yep.
drinking blood from
That's
the
right.
woman.
That's right.
Okay. 68.
You don't see anything. I'm sorry.
I lean back and I go, good news. There's no web here.
Do you step in?
I lean back in. I just stuck my head out like that.
Okay. If your body was anywhere near the door, you feel a heavy pressure pushing you back inside before the door firmly locks behind you.
Well, there it is. But someone has, or something, has put a web over what is called Bourbon Street. Specifically for someone who is on Bourbon Street.
I see.
You seem interested in what she's doing, so
Oh, am I ever?
I do not believe she knows of this herself. But I cannot be sure about that.
Interesting. And you think that is worth this?
For something you have sitting in a cabinet with a bunch of other ones, I would say so. If it was particularly special, you would have it some other place on display, would you not? Perhaps covered by one of these tarps.
Oh, baby, you hurt me. This isn't a mess, you know. It's an organized mess.
No, I just mean there is a bunch of them together. I know you know this one from this Kool-Aid, but I I am also merely just asking for an enhancer, not please give me the power to dominate people. I have this already, just say a little bit more, a little oomph.
This is a little bit more.
Sorry,
Please.
was dominating someone an option?
It can be.
I
Would you
didn't
like me to do it
realize
to
now
you
I have
right
a
now?
stupid fucking doll. Sorry,
Oh,
carry on.
I thought you were asking for yourself.
That depends how many drinks I've had. And the mood I'm in. And I shuffle away behind some, I don't know, shelves or something.
Well, now I am going to ask for more because I still would like you to teach her, perhaps if you know anything about this ritual. So, I can also tell you what has made this web.
Roll me a D100. No shifts.
27.
Oh, I'm interested. Okay, fine.
Now, this is to help her and for this wonderful trinket you have in your hand.
Please. Call it a welcoming gift.
Oh, thank you. But it is for both.
That depends on her.
I look at Cora.
How does it depend on me?
Would you like this? Do you agree to learn from him?
If he has the information. I don't know if he does.
The information to open a door. Well, in some circles, all you gotta do is just twist the knob and pull. Sometimes you slide. Other times it push. You know, I've heard it sometimes they kind of spin around. Will that suffice?
You're right, Cora. He has no idea about any door or how to open
Now,
it.
I did say some sort of ritual to help open this door, which we have come through but cannot find again. So if twisting and pulling is the ritual, then that would be fair.
I look
I
at
stare.
I look at the window in the blackness outside. The fact that wherever we entered from doesn't seem to be out there anymore. And I look around the shop and I say, there's a lot of interesting things in here.
No, I
I
thank
wonder
you.
if it's possible our dear shopkeeper here hasn't accounted for everything. We seem to be finding doors in unexpected places, places that exist in between.
Go on.
Have you noticed a door someplace in here?
Roll me 2 D100s.
I'm leaning on the mirror.
Holy shit.
Careful now, that
Smacking.
things. Don't smudge that.
I got a 1 and a 79.
Who? You know, narrator.
Yes, I'm sorry. Holy shit. Uh-huh.
There was that one cupboard. It was always stuck. I wonder, could she be talking about that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have something of the sort, but why?
You wouldn't have ever been able to open it, though, or at least
No,
you were never
no.
curious enough to try. Yeah, so,
Mm-mm.
but that can float to your mind for sure. Holy fuck.
I look at her. Lights just blazing in my eyes. Go on.
What is it you would like to know?
I'll tell you what, I have something here. I've got books. I've got many books. I may have something for you. For your rituals. To help you do things. To elevate your magic. To find things beyond. Roll me one more D100. See which one's it gonna be.
21.
Without turning away, I lift one hand and shove it back into the wall behind me, to the bookcase. With a twist of my wrist, a chain falls off the bookcase, swings to one side with 2 fingers. Pull out a tome. It too bound in what looks like a silver chain. Now, baby, I've been quite generous. Honestly, visitors like yourself come once in a lifetime. However, everything comes at a cost.
Well, you keep talking about how special we are. Isn't just our mere presence enough of a price to pay?
Baby, you mishear me. I will give the world just to see you happy, but it's not what I want. It's what it may want, or it may take. And I saunter over with this book and I place it on a lectern in front of my dear little friend here. I blow it. A fine patina of dust billows up into the air, stale but smoky. Now this, if my source is to be correct, is the lesser key of Solomon. The Leamington, apparently. Now, legend has it, this here thing can use to invoke, used to bind demons, used to peer through the veil. Now, yours truly, and also I'm sure present company, well, I believe we is sort of the subject matter here of this book to some degree. And so the cost of the knowledge within. And I rub my hand on my linen shirt where my fingers touch this book, and as you can see, almost looks like ash is coming off, like I'm masking the fact this thing fucked me up. certain answers may be in here, which can help you with your door problem. And maybe mine too, who knows? However, the cost is one that even myself can't simply narrate to you.
Are you saying the cost is great?
It could be.
This is a named item, which I've mentioned a couple times, but it's like equivalent to like a legendary item. He's got a like a legendary spell book in here that he's putting in front of your face.
I want to touch it and see what happens.
Roll me. Narrator, would it be body or
Eat
magic?
for her. Either one, she can choose body or magic.
Choose for me, baby.
I'm gonna do magic, but can I get a little help?
Yep, absolutely. Who do you want the little help from? Moog
Ishna.
and Ishna, or just Ishna?
I think just Ishna.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, fine.
Okay. So, what would the difficulty be, Sunny?
Ooh, I was thinking 30.
Okay. So Ishna can bump it to 40 for you.
Okay.
You can take an oblivion to or burn to re-roll it again, if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. I feel like you might want to try. You can do that as many times as you want, by the way.
Okay.
You can alternate between oblivion and burn for this. Holy shit! You only needed the one re-roll. Okay. Can you let me know if you're taking burn or oblivion? Because Sunny will recognize what's happening to you.
I think I am still currently at a burn 2, so I'll just bump it up to 3.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Sunny, as you are watching her reach out to touch this book, there's probably a moment where you go, well, you know, touching it is going to have some sort of effect and maybe potentially a cost, but perhaps your curiosity wins here and you want to let her touch it just to see what happens. But you see her touch it, and there was probably about to be some sort of like magical trap that goes off, but it stops, and she takes some mechanic burn, which just means that she pulls from deep within herself to stop this from happening and re-roll, but she's not aware of what she's really done. It's more just like she's put her hand on it and she's gone, okay, and it's an insane amount of burn too. She burns to level 3 to be able to do this. Normal people probably go to level 3 burn when their baby's been run over by a fucking car and they're trying to lift the car up. And she's just done it right here because she wanted to. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch her be able to do this without breaking a fucking sweat for the most part.
I see. Little Miss Cora, as you reach out to this book, can you describe to me what you think this burn might look like? This extra effort.
I think we have that somewhere, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, you can say it looks like whatever you want it to look like, but I did provide like a little general idea of kind of just so you guys could figure out the scope.
In this moment, just for me, just for little old me as I watch.
Sweat drips from your brow as your body feels like it's unraveling. Even the simplest tasks will seem monumental and your focus will slip like sand through your fingers. It's scorching pain, burn 3, and you have a negative 25 shift until you're able to remove some of it. So, you know, for you, I think, because, you know, you're a vampire and you have Ishna, we might see, I think you might potentially, actually, I'm so sorry, Sunny, you might see a ring of fire in her eyes for a second.
Say my name again. Yeah.
as she re-rolls that moment. So when she reaches out and touches it, nothing happens, and then her eyes fucking light up with the rings of fire, and it's like you can tell she's doing it again. And then she has a little bit of the sweat from her brow, and then she
but otherwise she looks fine. She doesn't look
I
that
dart in front of her, in front of the lectern as she does this. I'm looking at her up and down. My head's moving in this saccadic movement. Syncopated. That's the one, staring at her. You ain't dead? Before you, the book, this silver chain, the clasp breaks open. And the book is ready for you. Now, baby, you just done unlocked it, but I ain't touching that thing no more. That thing is unbound.
Okay. I am kind of wanting to, now that I can touch it, now that I can interact with it, I kind of want to see if Ishna can explore it.
Oh,
Or
are you sure?
read something.
Okay.
Literally creating a god. A demon god.
So when you say, so you want him to basically read it, you're trying to get this knowledge without taking the book and paying the costs, just so we're clear, right? You're asking him to read the book and then sneak away as if you haven't touched it?
It's also a book that was bound by a chain to
Yeah.
a bookshelf. Is he
Yeah.
offering me to take it?
It's not I mean...
I kind of assumed this was like a, here's some information, but the book stays here kind of situation.
All I mean... that I'm really quite in one of them moods right now. It's like someone's coming inside. There's a celebrity in my midst right now. You know, it's like how sometimes like a copper can come in. I'm like, oh, here, have a free cup of tea or something. You know, like, oh, of course, Miss Brittany, have some shoes. I'll sponsor you. I'm curious right now.
Because if it's just like a book that I can flip through and explore and just see what I find, then I'll do that.
Oh, do you think you can just flip through it?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know.
I just warned you, baby.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You'd have to take a risk, I think, flipping through it. But I don't know if you know what will happen if you do it. So you'll either have to ask him or
I turn to her friends who are awfully quiet. My eyes dart, piercing the shade where her hooded friend is, who I believe is just watching everything now like a hawk. And I say, full disclaimer now, caveat emptor, buyer beware, I have warned her. What you see, what she's about to do, well, the price can be steep. And that does not exclude the ultimate prize. Also, I'm done holding these, and I hold out my rosary of St. John's, and I hand it over to my friend.
Cora, if you want to browse the book, I just need you to roll me a D50, please. 1D50 in the Roll20. You can do the /R space 1D.
1D50?
Yep.
After he hands that to me, I want to lean into his ear and say,
please.
And say, the web was made by one of our kind who is here and not one of us. There is another.
There is another.
And they have been here for a time, it seems.
Interesting.
Perhaps if I am to visit your shop again, I can tell you what they're like after I meet them.
Oh, you'll come back?
I'll be happy to.
Oh. I'll make sure the place is better looked after when you come back. Maybe I'll get you
house is
something.
charmed. Do not worry.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Now, where was we? Are you
While
sure?
this is happening, sorry,
Oh no! While this is happening, baby.
I'm watching all of this happen silently after my interaction with this shopkeeper.
Even out of character.
And I'm watching him, and I think I can guess what his desires are, but I kind of want to see if I can get more specific. Like, I want to know what fuels this curiosity, because you've made a deal to be here, and you've been here a long time, and you just collect things. So why? What do you get out of the things you collect?
That's a very interesting question. Are you asking me that question in character, out of character? How you expect to get that answer from me? I ain't no open book. That's the book. I'm me.
I would like to use my magic ability to read you. To read you, you know? I'm observing. And
baby.
Yeah. Actually, I will cut in and I will ask. So, entity like you.
Entity.
Well, I don't want to presume what you are. I admire it nonetheless. But I am curious. What is the most exciting thing you've ever obtained in your collection?
Presently,
Curiosity only.
The most exciting thing I've ever collected. Well, 6 of a kind at the moment. Temporarily, of course.
It would be bad business otherwise.
I'd say. Why? You interested or you want a tour?
Well, I just admire anyone with a passion for what they do.
Oh, baby, and I'm full of passion.
Okay, now I use my magic.
All right. You gotta roll for me. You asked a question, so I guess the answer's on my mind. But you gotta roll low. You gotta roll difficulty even 20 for an inkling, baby.
Okay. Oh. Partial success. 30.
A partial success. I think. Roll one more time for me.
What was the difficulty?
I said
20.
20.
Oh, yep. Okay, fair.
Same difficulty?
Same difficulty.
7. Otherworldly success.
7. All right. Don't be celebrating too quick now.
Would never dare.
So you're probing my mind, trying to understand me. Understand what it is I'm doing here, why I'm doing what I'm doing, what I want. Well, with a 20 or lower, perhaps maybe you would have had something. With a 30, and then a 7. As far as you know, I like to collect things. I love things. I love things with power. I love things with history. Things of power and history, and we have something in common, I suppose. You surmised I could not leave this store for one reason or another. You might be correct. You ain't too sure why.
I cast my eyes to the painting at the roof once again. Sorry, please continue.
That old thing, that's for a client. Don't worry about that thing. That's for safekeeping. You surmise that, well, I'm amassing something. I'm looking for something, maybe. There's power amongst all these trinkets and things. But maybe there might be just something else that I'm looking for. Now, with your 7, what does that mean? What am I looking for? Why would I be looking for it? You surmise that I cannot leave, and I am amassing power. But that's all you get from these lips.
Dankeschön.
De nada. Did someone turn that radio on again? Shit.
I think it. That come from the book?
Could you imagine?
That came from the book, yeah.
I jumped as I was walking past some sort of device that just sort of
Yeah, I love
turned
that
on
actually.
when I
The radio
came
just
close.
fucking turns. Well, no, because you don't. Technology doesn't work near you, so.
It's not.
It's
it's
the
not
singing
a
fish.
radio.
It's my.
It's the fish that. Yeah, I love that actually.
It starts.
It's canon.
Yeah, it
Yep.
just starts
Yep.
freaking out.
I love it so much. Okay.
Oopsie daisy.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
I was going to say, while all this is going on, and dear esteemed Mr. Red Eyes over here is paying attention to Cora, I'm going to attempt to slip into the back room.
Okay.
As you referenced it, I want to see if you have stuff out here that looks like me. What kind of crazy shit you got in the back room? You don't have to pay attention to me now, but I just want you to know that is I've slipped off.
Well, no. You have to roll to slip off into another room.
I would like to roll for that then.
Roll a body and then a magic.
In the difficulty.
Up to Sunny.
30-30.
He's being very kind. I would have said 20.
The body is a 68. And the magic is a 74.
The second,
I trip over something, I think, on the way over. If you will.
The second you take a step away from me, you hear the floorboards going. "Mm." I ignore that, and you keep going, or you can keep going.
Do your
feel
eyes dart to me, or do you not pay attention?
You don't see my eyes dart to you. You don't feel your skin bubble, no.
Yes, then I think that despite that, I think I've succeeded in slipping away. I wouldn't stop. If there's no reaction, I'd be like, oh, he's too preoccupied with the book.
He might be,
Okay.
but the shop isn't. Roll again,
Sure,
please, for
but
your magic.
yes, of course.
As you cross this threshold into another room.
He did roll a 74 already for the magic.
I wasn't sure if that was for you to react and not the shop, but yes. If that was for the shop and yours was the other one, then yeah, okay. Then I can go
roll
with
magic again,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
I am
yeah,
curious.
Of course. A 24.
A 24. It's not a 20. The shop's difficulty is 20. You push the door, and you feel an immense pressure. There's no noise with it, but there's a strain, a stress as you push the door, and some light filters through, dim, dark, red. Do you keep pushing the door?
I'm going to say it's very close with that 24. I think you know that there may be something that might occur if you cross this threshold, Moog, but
yes,
you know, you feel like you could do it if you wanted, if you
do. I sense? Oh, I want to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Then.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do I sense any? Is there any like the hair sticking up on the back of my neck?
Yeah, there's great power here behind this door and on this door and in this door, and I think with a 24, I think you recognize that there is magic in the shop, but not just on the shelves. The shop itself is pretty magical. So while you're hoping not to alert him, I think you realize, like, you know, surveillance cams sort of exist, but they're magical.
Yes.
Yeah.
That red light.
Now you do realize that on the back room door it says they're on a plaque staff only. Just to let you know, it does say that. You may keep going if you will.
Yeah, he's going in.
Yeah. Well, that light, you said there's a red light back there. Yes. Flickering?
Not flickering, filtering.
Oh.
Almost carried in the motes of dust as you push the door open.
What's the difficulty? 30 again? Or 20?
No, 30 this time. 20 was for to see if the fucking place just let you in.
30.
The place just lets you in.
As you push the door open, you hear gasps. Something's taking you in. You smell a moisture. And it ain't mildew.
I was just gonna ask. Thank you for clarifying.
It smells like an abattoir, like awful.
Ooh.
Smells like butchered animals, many, many butchered creatures.
Pulse rate, are you in here?
Do you step through all the way?
Yes.
Are you holding the door open, or have you stepped through?
In which way does the door open?
It's a push door.
I'm through the threshold, but the door is to my side, holding it open for the moment.
Roll a body for me.
And the difficulty?
20.
Oof, 100.
With an almighty slam, this door, the hinges, you see what used to just be the flat side of a door. You start to see tendrils, teeth sticking out. The actual doorknob sloughs off, and before it instead you see what looks like a meaty tongue. It grabs your wrist, it pulls you back, the door slams with a thud. The pull is strong enough to dislocate your arm, and you are stuck in darkness.
I light a fire.
You light a fire.
I take out the lighter. It's a big lighter with the black paint on it chipped away as it's been used over time. I use that, and I would like to extract the flame into a larger fireball.
I think
the lighter doesn't light.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think with 100 you need some recoup time. That's the worst roll you could possibly make.
I thought the dislocation plus being trapped with a monster.
Oh, baby, I could have torn your arm off. You ain't done yet.
I know, you're much nicer than me. I would have done a 10 plus ripped my arm off. Although, is my shoulder dislocated, or is my doll's shoulder dislocated?
Oh, shit!
I think that my shoulder is fine.
Oh,
You can't give me sweet toys like this. Red eyes, black dragon, and assume that I'm not going to use them.
Do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
On your sheet somewhere,
Of course.
make a tally for me. Once you reach tally 4, let's make it tally 5.
Let's just do burn or oblivion. Pick one. Either it's hitting his body or his mind, and that'll be the tally for you.
Oh, this is gonna stack, baby.
Yeah, so does...
What I want is the doll, essentially. He has 5 uses.
Yep, okay, and then it's gone. Okay, yep, that's fair.
It's not just gone, but on the 5th, everything comes at a cost, baby. So, mark this off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, mark off that little love tap I gave you earlier. Remember it.
So 2 of 5 uses.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Remember a broken arm, dislocated perhaps.
Dislocated. You said dislocated. Now let's be a
dislocated.
man of our word.
Oh, a man of my word. Second ago, I was an entity. A dislocated arm. And a perforated jugular. And on your 5th tally, it all comes back.
I better not
We'll
use
see
that
if you
5th
survive.
tally then.
We'll see if you remember.
We shall see.
Jesus.
How about this? On the 5th tally, you have to roll a body. Difficulty. Narrator difficulty.
Is this to see if he... I need to figure out how you're using it for. On the 5th roll, he rolls body, and
How
what happens if he
cruel
doesn't?
should we be? Because I want everything to come back at a cost.
Oh,
you see.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, you don't
Are
need
we
my
being
permission
nice
to...
and he
yeah,
has to roll like a difficulty 30, and if he fails, it all comes back? Or shall he roll 5 times
5
instead?
times, and 5 times, and it has to happen right in a row. He rolls all 5 right then, and then they come back.
That's right.
Each failed one. That's fair to me.
Those are the rules.
All right.
So it's kind of like
Seems
delaying. Yeah, it's delaying your, and that's exactly how that
It's
item
time
should be
magic.
used. Yeah, it's debt magic. It's delaying your
Yep, debt
bullshit,
magic.
and then all of a sudden it comes, and hopefully it comes when you have somebody, a healer next to you to help you. You're just staving it off for a little bit. It's like a little, okay, perfect. Pretty intense gutter magic here. Okay. Let's move back to Cora for a second while you're trapped in the darkness. Hold on, I need to do something very quickly.
Can I just say, if you're the proxy of someone who rolled a 1, don't keep rolling because you're just going to get 100, right? Doesn't it just make sense?
That was crazy, dude. That was fucking crazy.
They're balancing.
Yep. Also, as you're doing that thing, PP,
Yeah.
I think so to like recap a little bit, we're trying to figure out how to get into that door.
Yes.
I ask about if there's a door inside this shop.
Yes. Am I understanding your intentions correctly? Like you're trying to find a third?
I am curious to see if this shop is tied to any location.
That's what
If
I
there is
thought
a-
you were trying to
Yes.
figure out. You have the possibility to try to figure that out if you'd like.
I would like to try that out.
Yeah, okay.
Also,
Mhm.
if this is, if I can interpret this correctly with what Sunny did, I ask about a door, and I imagine you two had the narrator a little aside thing about the cupboard. So I imagine it would be maybe Sunny had like an expression but didn't say anything, and then went and pulled down the book from the bookshelf. and presented it. And so I'm thinking, oh, this is a book that's going to help elevate magic to find things beyond. So let me inspect this. But it is obviously dangerous. I think when I am successfully able to touch it, I would get a sense of like how freaking dangerous this book is.
100%.
Right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
I think Ishna giggles like he's been tickled or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you absolutely know. Sorry, 1 second. So Sunny,
I'll let you know.
that's from the fail, that crit fail. You learn this from the shop in the back room.
I see.
Yeah. And I can tell you more on that later, but for now, that's what you get from him from his crit fail. Miss Cora, I'm so sorry. Yes, you do know that it is incredibly dangerous. So your initial reaction not to touch it and to, potentially send Ishna in to get the information is pretty good. I will say now, Sunny is distracted. He's like maybe looking up. He's focused on something else somewhere else.
I look like someone's put a little ice cube down my back. I'm so tickly.
Yeah.
However, I am looking at you still a little bit, and I have warned you that this is dangerous. I have said that this is a powerful book. Well, then, not only has the power to give you what you need to know about almost anything really, really occult. Now, I mean anything... Well, I gave you its name. I shall not say its name again. There's power in that. But the mere presence of this book to a lesser creature, or darkness, or whatever it is you want to call beings like us is enough to just bind it.
Yep.
Completely erase. I almost gave too much away there.
I think I would realize once I touched it what could potentially happen. Instead, before I leave it alone, that is where I would probably throw a thought towards Ishna, like, is there anything to glean from this? Is there anything that would help us?
Oh, I'm sure a lot. This is an enchanted spellbook. To peruse it will cost something. Perhaps a year of your life. Perhaps something else. Unless you bind it to you and make it your own.
No, I don't want to bind it to me. I can feel what this is. This is a relic best left to time and not my possession.
You are so wise. The last being to attempt to even break the lock you did. Well, let's just say they ain't having a good time still. But they do make a good coat rack. None of y'all had coats I didn't offer.
Now that I've seen this, I do have a question. I would like to know if you have any spell books to offer. Perhaps
besides the one before you. Oh, I see. What kind? You looking for an exercise book? What, to write your own spells down in, or something someone else had before? Something a little bit more aged, a little bit more, how do you say, tested?
Perhaps a bit of both. Maybe there was a spell book that someone started but they abandoned. Maybe it would give me a start, a way to understand the way magic works here better, with room to add my own thoughts, my own spells.
I think I have just the thing. She ain't using it no more. It's a pity what folk have to go through sometimes here. Every now and then persecution comes find its way. Even if people are trying to do the right thing, or at least they think so. Next thing you know, you're neck deep in water being compared to a duck. I turn around humming a little bit, and I pull a small dusty ledger. And I place it down on the lectern, and I say, oh man, I'm gonna... I look back at the tome on the lectern still. I'm just gonna grab a little top and just put it over and pretend it's not there, and put this on the table and say, for all y'all's sakes, leave that alone. Don't touch it. You knock it over your body, okay? This here is from... I believe the word may carry over from my world and wherever y'all came from, a witch, perhaps. Is that word too strong? Witch. Anyway, in here, there's some ruminations, some spells. Well, bunch of other things too. I imagine I kind of lost interest. You know, I got a large shop to worry about here to do some light reading, but it's a spell book unfinished. It's a part diary too, by the looks of it. When I saw, that's why I was so bored. I flipped to the end. I think there's still like half a book left. Something about. All right, I'll leave you to read it. I won't spoil nothing. I'm trying to sell a book here. And what's in it for me?
Is there anything that you would like more of? Anything you're seeking in particular?
Oh, baby, I'm looking for everything, babe. I look at her up and down and again as my eyes finally meet your body again. Whenever my eyes touch where your skin's exposed, it is not comfortable. It feels like compressed air being pushed underneath your skin, separating it from your muscle. What can you give me?
Well, not to make it a common currency, but you do seem pretty fascinated with our mouths.
How could you tell you're gonna offer me a kiss?
I was thinking of another fang, but then again, you already have one of those.
I'm gonna have two.
Okay. Unless you also deal in secrets from the dead.
Okay, what a time to return. Hello, I'm sorry. Seekers from the Dead? Sorry, that was my fire alarm.
She's offering secrets from the dead for this little book I'm about to give her from, well, we'll do that later, but I'm interested for now. It depends. Who died?
Well, I get the impression that you don't leave your shop very often. And
that's right, but I don't care about any old Tom, Dick, and Harry now. You know, like who died, what they do, who they kill.
Well, we do live in New Orleans. There's a lot of old dead here. If you directed me to a graveyard, I could stay the night there, collect their secrets, and give them to you.
Who? I like this. Are you trying to say you're gonna come back some other day? Maybe by yourself?
I don't know if I would be by myself.
Sweet. You can't blame me for trying now. Huh. From the dead. Any dead from New Orleans?
Mm-hmm. Assuming they still linger by their graves.
I would wonder if perhaps there was a dead you would be interested in. A particular one.
I'm curious, actually. I've always been pretty curious about someone they used to call Marie Laveau. AKA the Voodoo Queen. I heard about her, never saw her. If you can
Do you think that she
find
could
her-
get you out of here?
Oh no, she's long dead.
I don't think that means much to you. No?
Not really. But your friend here was offering the secrets of the dead, and I was just curious, just how much sway she actually had. Some people, they're just so good at getting their way, getting into the skin of people, pretending to be who they are, and people just believe, and all of a sudden people think they are who they are, but they really ain't. Charlatans, they call them.
We can do this.
So what will it be? Sunny.
Well,
A
how
fang?
about this? No,
Or
two
secret?
fangs.
You already have one.
The
Is it
warden
your
was
mouth
two
there?
fangs, honey.
I'm offering one to make a pair for you.
Well, I'm haggling up and I'm saying one fang and this information.
One fang and the information?
One secret.
One fang, one secret.
Very well then. One secret.
Deal.
Deal. And I go back to tousling the cloth dangling off my hair. My tooth, please.
Do I need to do anything?
Nope, you can just reach up and rip it out.
out.
Nope, you're a
Oh,
vampire.
wow.
You got crazy strength. You can do it. But I will say that when you do it, you notice Ishna will numb that pain for you, which might be a little strange.
Okay. I'll take out the left fang. Actually,
I want the right one.
which one did Constantine pull out?
The right one.
Then I want the right one. I'm collecting rats.
Okay. I'll pull out the right one.
Rats not wrongs, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was seeing if my building was on fire, so I missed it. Did you put the book away, or do you still want to engage with potentially
Oh,
this book?
she sidestepped the book and I offered her something else. I say, well, okay, you want a weaker spell book? I can get you one of those. And I turned around and I got one from one of them persecuted people. There's an anagram on it. It says BB. It's part diary, part witchcraft stuff. Who knows? Poor girl's dead now and this is hers.
Do you hand the
Yeah.
book over to me?
I do.
Did you still want to do the other thing you DM'd me about Cora?
Yes.
Yep.
If he wants to deliver that later, that's fine too.
Let me just double check here. Yeah, I fucking knew exactly. As soon as you said BB, I knew exactly who it was. It was fucking Aces, buddy. Aces. You fuck you. Respectfully, fuck off and perma. Cora, will you roll me mind, please? Difficulty 40. And if you will allow Ishna to take some of your power this time around, then he can have 50. He'll take an oblivion, though.
I will take an oblivion?
Yep.
Can I ask what this is for?
Yeah, he's gonna try to get some information from that book.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do 50 then.
Yeah.
76.
76. Okay. Then you actually might feel him disconnect for a time, and it feels probably very strange. And that's all that happens right this second. Like, you both have an exchange, a mental exchange, where you're like, do you think there's anything in there? And he's like, lots. Do you want me to look? And you were like, yeah. And then you feel him like leave you almost. So I don't know how comfortable Cora has been with this other presence, and if you would suddenly feel a wave of loneliness or pain or fear, because he's been kind of like numbing some of that for you. But I will definitely allow you to interpret it whichever way that you like. But for now, you just can't feel him at the moment.
Okay. Well, now that I have the book and I've passed over my fang, I think I will step back.
Yep.
And I think I might actually glance at Gunnar and walk over to him and whisper, I wonder if he has something for your affliction.
I was thinking the same thing.
Affliction, honey. My. What's wrong now?
Oh, you heard us.
Oh, I heard you. But tell me now, baby, what ails you? How can I help?
Let me think on it for a moment. I don't mean to keep you waiting.
Oh.
Well, he wasn't meant to hear that anyway, but now that we know the shop has ears.
It so most definitely does.
I walk up to the shopkeep very closely and with a blank expression look into its eyes. What does the shopkeep smell like?
What do I smell like? I think if you take a quick whiff, you get the aroma of petrichor, like stone that's been rinsed by a spring rain, like dirt. I smell like dirt.
Stalker, do you want to roll for me, please? 30 difficulty.
Roll body.
I would say you can roll your layers ability, actually. For something for me. If he's asking you to roll something else, go for it. But
I'm rolling for smell, baby. I don't know what you're rolling for.
Yep, I'm rolling for something else.
I will roll the smell first.
Yep.
Roll a sniff now.
A 44.
Doubles for the smell.
Yeah.
I think past that passive smell you smelled before, it's a smell of rot and death. The kind of death that your kind eludes. This rot permeates into your nose, and it's all you can smell is death. You heard a sense memory before? Tell me, this smell of death, does it evoke any memories?
I am very familiar with the scent of death, even among my kind. Are you asking for a specific instance?
Correct. Maybe perhaps one that's not as comfortable. Perhaps one that might be tinged with regret.
I have very few regrets.
But you must have one.
None that I can remember, though I can give you a memory of an instance of death.
Very well. Let me stop you for a moment. If you share me a memory, one of death, one that's stuck to you, one profound, you will only have a negative 10 shift to smell from here on in.
While we are in the shop or forever?
Until otherwise informed by a narrator.
I see. I will give you a memory of death. This was long ago. A man was sitting in a dimly lit room, finely dressed in brocaded silk, enjoying a deep red beverage. He had a smug look on his face, the one he always carried. My target is alone at last. I step into position, aim my weapon towards him. As I am about to pull the trigger, a figure in white darts forward. I hesitate too long. The trigger is pulled. The bolt is launched and pierces the wrong heart. I will never forget the look of surprise that finally replaced the smugness on the man's face. And I did feel regret, if only briefly.
If only briefly. Now, my dear friend, after trying to smell me, this sense memory comes flooding back. This smell of decay, of regret. And now, no matter what you smell, it'll always come back, bubbling to the surface. A memory of this failure and the stink of death. I'm still just staring at you sweetly now, looking at you. Can I help you?
I will now roll its layers. What was the difficulty?
I'll mute it up for all time. 30, please.
An 84.
No notes.
I sit down, cross-legged, my hands resting on my knees, and look up at you patiently.
Well,
I will offer you 3 things.
I like threes a lot.
I will offer you truth. I will offer you blood. And if you answer a question, I might offer you what I believe you desire most.
I have to ask what you think I desire the most. That is a curious statement.
We will get to that.
Very well then. I accept.
The truth I offer you will be in the form of a question, yours to me. Anything you wish to ask.
I see. My eyes pour on Stalker. I gaze upon him like that of a predator. Not a lion or even a bird, but like a bug. Like a praying mantis tracking its prey, head cocked, looking this way and that, peering through him, peeling away his weaknesses. And I ask him, and I ask him, were you always like this? In the background, stuck, looking at others. Why is it you is how you are? A creature like yourself, you got so much power. But I see no pomp like your friend who was at the mirror.
I am what I was molded to be, what I was destined to become.
Curious. And who molded you?
Is that your question?
I suppose this is my question. Why were you molded?
Is it not customary to first set terms? I should tell you what I want for this truth.
I suppose you should. However, I feel like right now we's in the market, ain't we? Haggling's bound to happen. I get the one question, and I have to state that's the question. Otherwise, I'm just talking and you're giving me a freebie.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to where you came from?
Is that your question?
That is my question. And you
I'll
have to
answer
speak
this.
true.
I will answer this truthfully. In exchange, I wish for something that can help me find the person who sent us here.
Depending on who sent you here, that may not be very easy. Finding a mortal's easy as snapping a finger. Well, finding someone like yourself, if it was someone like yourself, now that's gonna be exponentially harder. I can give you something to help you find people to track. But I'm afraid that's the most I can do. Do we have a deal?
If you can help me find them, I'll offer you the blood as well.
Oh, you've changed
Second
the stipulations now of our little bargain here. The blood was on the table.
Yes. The
That's
blood was on
why-
the table for another ask.
I see. Now I'm just a humble storekeeper. I can't just be out here being no bloodhound. You bloodhound. But I can assist in helping you.
I will give you the truth if you try. I will give you the blood if you succeed.
I stare at him long and hard on that one dimple he has on his cheek. Oh, how it burns. It's like I'm a old auntie just pinching your cheek. You're incorrigible. Making up these little deals with me. But I relish it. It's been a long, long time, and you were so curious to me. I believe I'm here trying to help y'all find someone anyway. Either way, it's down to you and how you use the tools. Only a shoddy craftsman blames their tools, and I'm just here being a purveyor, a curator, a dealer of said tools. Oh, I would so like to have just a filter of your blood. Phew, that's so interesting to me, but I have my rules. I can't be greedy now. This takes me back. You
offer you. Then shall we change the deal? I shall give you the truth for the means to track someone more efficiently. And if you help us find this person, I shall give you their blood, as much of it as you wish.
I've changed my question.
Very well.
Out of all your friends here, who do you wish to perish the least?
In this moment, Cora.
Then she is safe.
And after all we've been through.
Oh, honey, now don't look at me like that. What? What's going on in your mind now? I look to Constantine.
I would like to run my hands over one of the shelves sensually, like I'm touching a living thing.
You notice as you do, I feel... At first, my eyes go wide, like, what's she about to do? She about to push my shelf over, and as you stroke that shelf, you watch me shudder. Easy now.
I am curious why a prison would be made of something you so enjoy.
Now, the only one you've ever called this place a prison is yourself. This ain't no prison now. What gives you that impression?
Nix, I believe you were making a deal with my friend.
Where were we now? Sorry for the interruption.
I believe I answered your question.
You did. And now in return you want something to help find this person. Very well.
So I'll come in here just to assist. So you can give him whatever you want to help him, have kind of like a buff to searching and finding. But you were absolutely right in that, you don't have GM NPC knowledge that you can just call on to help. You have no idea who did this to him. he could have been somebody in this in another reality. So for you to be able to promise that you could give him an item to help him do that, there's no way for you to be able to do that. You can absolutely give him an item that will help him find things, and if he applies it properly, then potentially he could use it to to find someone. But I'll give you 2 tiers of items here. One would just be whatever you want. That's kind of a general thing. But a little bit more of a powerful item that you could offer him here is something like a...
Is it the thing you've just sent me here in a DM?
Yep.
Very well.
But they're pretty rare. Almost mythological. Yours is verified, like it is real. However you got it, it's totally up to you. But it would be worth way more than a secret or a regret. It's going to be worth like blood or nail or some sort of body part from him. So that's up to you. I see. Yep.
I look at Stalker with a devilish grin and I ask him, say, Star, have I heard his name yet? Have I? I don't think so.
I don't know if you have.
I think I said it. I said it.
Thought so.
Once. Yeah.
Say, Stalker, just how comfy are you in your own skin?
I do not understand the question.
That's rhetorical, my friend. I can give you what you need. I can give you something powerful. I can give you something that can find most anything, so long as you're in this plane with it. Now maybe perhaps it extends further. It might do. Tricksy. However, I don't want no paltry secret. This ain't no sleepover. And I reach down into my pocket. My hand comes out again. Now this here is gonna require a bit more. A pound of flesh, maybe. How about some actual skin? How about I flay you some? Just a bit. Just to make a friend, maybe for your little hand buddy over there. I've always wanted to try fleshcraft. You see, I have so many little duds over there. And also I've seen a little handy buddy over there too, but I've never, ever even imagined to make one out of you. Oh, that's interesting to me. Oh, how jealous she'd be. In exchange, I casually stride back to my counter, open the drawer, and pull out a collar. Now here's how it's gonna be. This is owned by a very special entity. A dear chum. However, he don't just show up for nobody like that. Not even me. This here is verifiable. It's the real deal. However, controlling it, binding it to yourself, that's gonna be up to you. The payment remains the same. About a yard of your skin from the back. Deal.
A yard long, and how wide?
Couple inches, maybe. I love me some ribbons.
I have a counter offer.
All right. What is it, baby?
I will take this item, and in return, I will give you an entire kindred body and skin for all.
Now, my eyes shift to your friends. Do I get to choose which one?
No. Once I have found and ended them for their crimes.
No. I don't think so. You get two choices. One might not get you many friends, that's for sure. The deal's on the table. I swished the collar on my finger. Now it's happening regardless of what you want. Your skin. Then my eyes start to Constantine. Then the others. Except for Cora. Or one of the others. Your choice.
Am I to understand that if I do not allow you to flay my back, you will attack us?
Attack is such a strong word. No, I won't attack you, but I will take what is owed.
I do not remember agreeing to any of this.
You didn't have to.
I will glance to my companions with a confused look on my face.
He's saying he wants the skin off of your back and one of us.
Oh, one of you. He gets to choose his back or yours, baby. You see, here's the thing. I love to barter. I love it when it's me doing it. But when folk come and they offer and they change and they offer, oh, I get so mad. Oh, I get so mad. But it's you, you know? You're unique. Look at you all. Each one a macabre snowflake, tinged in blood. You're different, and so I'm playing nice. But my niceties can only stretch so far. But I'm keen to know how far your skin can stretch. So who's it gonna be? I'm even playing nice. I'm giving you what you want, but I want that skin off your back.
Point of order. I just want to clarify, what is the deal for? Because it's not clear to me. It's either it's the skin off of Stalker's back and one of our backs.
Or,
so
he said or.
Or. Okay.
Except for Cora,
I understood,
but he gets to choose.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's for, as far as you can see, it is a collar.
Yeah.
And this item is supposed to help you find someone.
Okay.
The magical item that you're trading for.
Narrator, do
or
I have
attempting
to
to trade.
demonstrate the veracity of this item? Should I?
I mean, if they want to ask you to, then sure. But I mean, everything comes
Don't
at a
think
cost.
so?
Well,
Everything does
everything
come
comes
at
at
a
a cost. So for you to try to use it to demonstrate it would also
come at a cost
to you. And this is a pretty rare item, so it'd be a pretty big cost.
Does the skin have to come from the back?
Ooh, hey, baby. Why? You want to shed some belly skin?
I do not understand why I am being punished for you not accepting what I offered and then me offering you something else.
Who said I'm punishing you? I just really, really want some skin right now. And I'm willing to trade for it.
From the arm.
Ooh.
From the arm. I accept.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I
I'll
need to
accept.
speak with him about this before he agrees. As I'm familiar with it, if it's the arm I think he means.
You all have made your trades.
Yeah.
Something you wish to say, Esteban?
That what is on your arm is a large clue to why we are here. I hope you are familiar with it enough to remember what it is, because we have not looked at it. If you are familiar, it is your skin. Obviously, do what you wish.
I do not wish for you to do this.
This.
Well, then you should have said my name. Stalker.
Oh my.
It is my choice, is it not, shopkeep?
Well, I suppose in a way. Now, you invoked my ire earlier, but I've simmered down some. There is something about your presence that's just oh so common to me. It's enough to make my little black heart go aflutter. Am I to understand you do not want your friend to pay the price for this here item?
That is correct. I would rather give my own.
I see. Very well. That sound you heard.
Fuck was that?
Who's the fish again?
Deal unlocked.
Deal unlocked. So, to pull that into the canon there, the second that deal was made, a little rickety toy made that fanfare. And I say very well, front or back or arms, you choose. But right now we are locked in a trade.
I walk to Gunnar and I hand him my dagger and I remove my cloak and shirt. Will you do this, friend?
Is it what you want, friend?
I do not wish you to suffer for my lack of understanding.
I've been suffering a long time, friend.
Then let me take the burden for today.
What I offered him was to take that suffering away.
I do not understand.
To remove the tattoos, now look to Esteban, that have already showed us so much. Why keep them?
I'm holding the dagger still, and I look at the shopkeep.
I pretend not to be listening to his conversation, but my eyes dart towards him when he looks at me.
I believe they are now expecting skin from me. You think we should give him yours instead?
I ain't picky, but I am impatient.
I'll hold my hand out for the dagger if you were to decide.
Yeah. I look at your arms and back up into your eyes for any sign of maybe indecision.
I'm staring at you just to be waiting on you. No tell in my eyes or emotion.
I throw my cloak onto the floor underneath your arm. And I gently pull your hand closer. I press the blade to your wrist. And then I start laying away the skin from your arm, gripping your hand tightly.
Get it all to the shoulder.
The blood pours out of you down into the cloak.
Remove it.
I finish with some expertise, removing all of the tattoo I hold it up. The shopkeep to see.
What you see, shopkeeper, is basically a sleeve of my arm with black rings, 8 of them to be exact, going up the arm.
Magically imbued, by the way.
Ah.
Old. Like at least 800 years old is the first ring. So this is crazy what he's offering you. However, I do think you know, and it's up to you to warn them or not, the shop is not going to consider this an equal trade.
Magically imbued.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment. This ain't no virgin flesh. What you've given me is used goods.
Still,
The floor around you starts to creak and croak.
I want to clarify that the shop might not consider the deal that you've struck to be an equal trade, but this might still be worth keeping for you. Like, I need to know if Sonny has ever done something like this before, where he knows the shop might not be pleased, but he's doing it anyway because he wants the item. If so, go for it. Do it. It was more to see if you were going to warn them about what might happen to them when they leave the shop. But this is insane. This item, what he's just given you, is an equal trade in value. It is equal in value for the item you are giving. So for Sonny's perspective, yeah, that's an equal trade. But it was it was no skin off of Stalker's back to do this. He's not paying the actual cost. Yeah. So they will be in trouble with the shop for stealing. But it's up to you if you want to warn them or not. Yeah.
I'll let you in on something. Since we were just trading secrets and stories and tales a while ago, I don't work in here alone. What you're offering me, I accept. However, it seems to me that what you're giving me, well, it might be just lightening a load off your back or something. Seems to me it ain't a sacrifice. Now it's up to you, since you've already gone through the trouble. If you want to still make the trade, because I'm curious about that flesh of yours. However, my business partner might not be so thrilled. Every exchange.
I find it quite interesting. More interesting than a piece of my dear friend's rear end.
Well, you see, the thing is, your friend was a bit reticent to give away his rear end. Besides, you were so willing to trade that piece of arm flesh, and so I am not the bearer of these scales. And as I say this, you almost feel the floor of the store no longer be level. It seems like perhaps almost imperceptibly, the room's askew towards your direction. Now, I say again, we can make this trade. You've already given me so much, and I don't want to punish you now for not reading the rules, or at least asking about them beforehand.
Make the trade.
Make the trade.
Have something else your boss would like.
Run that by me one more time.
If you would like to make the trade for the skin, then I will offer something else that your shopkeeper, boss, or whatever you call them.
I see you want to trade the skin for something else and leave your buddy Stalker here hanging.
No.
Oh, no?
I want to offer something else to ease the person you answer
scales. I see. Very well, but no. What we're trading with here is as valuable as one of your lives. I ain't asking for your life. I'm asking for sacrifice. True sacrifice.
Gotta be an equal trade for power.
An equal trade for power.
You believe that every item here, of course, has an origin? Do they leave a trace?
I believe they do. Don't we all? Time seems to go in one continuous line. But does it?
Have you ever come across something from another world? Another time?
Another time, yes. Another world. Surprisingly, very few, if not ever. So tell me, Outworlder, what do you have in mind?
Oh, I think you're muted. And I don't know why. Is it me?
That's me.
Okay.
Who has the item that randomly popped into my pocket back at Chorus?
That would be me. Locked in the other room.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I promise I will get to you, Greg. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I've been devouring all this.
Devouring's a very choice word to use.
Does anybody remember? Who has it?
Moog.
Where is Moog?
Yeah, I don't think we realized, right?
Yep.
So
now you might.
yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why I was having a sense of peace and quiet.
Where did he go?
I concernedly hunt through the aisles, looking for him.
Where did who go? I ask coyly.
He's not here.
You know, the one who looked in the mirror.
Oh, yeah. The funny one.
Am I bleeding all over
Oh,
the
yeah.
place? Or...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why I'm so happy.
I the cloak underneath
Yeah,
you.
I was just about to say that. Like he put something
Okay,
down
it's
underneath you so you wouldn't bleed
catching the
into the
blood,
floorboards, which was
yeah.
very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. If there's no blood on the
Yep.
floorboard, I'm less happy. Well,
I'll use my shirt to sort of wrap up. I don't have much ability with this, maybe a little bit, but try to wrap like a bandage on his arm.
Mhm.
And I am
There's
shirtless while I'm
smoke.
doing it, just so everyone knows.
I'm suddenly shirtless as well. No.
I think we need
Where's
more
that
cloth.
breeze coming
Hurry.
from? Where's the breeze?
I begin taking off my shirt. I think I'm getting the wrong idea of what's happening here at this point.
These grounds are about to be consecrated.
Kyle's rubbing off on us.
We have a new offer for you, shopkeep.
You know?
so what do you have to trade?
Well, I'm looking for my new friend who has appeared to disappear.
Yes, where is Moog?
Huh. I wonder.
I think you know. Where is he?
Would you care to finish this trade up before we change the subject?
I look to Gunnar and say perhaps I could still give him my skin, and in return for yours you could get something else.
That would
I
work.
wonder what it could be that you would want from me now.
Could work, Stalker, but if he doesn't have much use for my skin,
Oh, I want
well,
your
nor
skin.
do I.
I want your skin. I want it so bad. But what?
For the collar.
What do you want in exchange for the... The collar is currently on offer for your friend over there, Mr. Stalker. He wants it. I can't accept your payment for it. You ain't his date. He ain't buying you like half a
I
Italian
am
meat.
paying for him. That was the way or the reason why I did this? No.
I think that is the problem, Gunnar.
Quite so. The skin
You cannot pay
is
for him.
not worth enough coming from yourself. The scales are not balanced as they would be from someone else who was less inclined to give it away.
I walk over to Constantine. May I borrow your shirt? It might be bloody when I'm done.
I suppose I can suck on it then. I start to take the shirt off. And I hand it to you. And I hand it to you.
Okay, yes, I take it and I put it on the floor to help catch the blood from my back, and I offer the dagger to Anna. This seems to be our only path forward. Seems we both must bear a burden today, brother.
unlike you, brother. I wish for you to get hurt the least. But as you wish. And I'll, grab his shoulder and turn his body to where he's facing away from me. And I'll grab, the meaty part of his lower back, sort of pull the skin, stretch it to where I have a nice handful. And I'll look towards the shopkeeper.
I rub my hands together watching. I look expectantly.
Just a bit of skin, brother.
Yes, just a bit of skin.
And I'll take the dagger to his back and just start carving. Carving through. Until I rip off this hunk of skin. Payment enough for ya.
Indeed. And so now the scales are balanced. Well, to a degree anyway. And I toss the collar. It looks to be made of some sort of leather, although you can't really place it. It seems to bounce between hues of deep reds and burgundy, oily, reflecting the light. I think it's hot to the touch.
You tossed it at the ground at us?
I tossed it at you, Gunnar.
At us. I'll catch it. And I'll also throw you the hunk of flesh.
Oh.
I catch it in one squelch. And I start to knead it like dough. And I put it in a jar and place it on the shelf for later.
And Stalker. I need you to roll me a D100, please. And Gunner, you may add Hellhound Collar to your inventory sheet.
Hold on 1 minute. This was a trade for Stalker, so sorry. I would have tossed this to Stalker. This goes to Stalker's inventory. This was his trade. My apologies.
Yep.
It's only fair. He's the Hellhound Caller.
Works for me. However, Sonny, I need you to roll me a D500, which you cannot do because you're not in the. I know.
Roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Stalker, roll 1D500 for me.
That would be excellent. Thank you.
Think low numbers now.
331.
For brokering this trade that was not quite equal, you have another 331 years.
I tried so hard. Oh. Well, I suppose maybe perhaps it was worth it in a way.
Oh, it was most certainly worth it, I think, personally.
I is curious, to see how far these individuals can go, and if they stay here long enough, maybe perhaps they can make a return visit. Tell me how things went and all that. However, I do wonder how their friend is doing out back. I suppose we'll see next time, huh? Until then, thank you all so much for coming down to my store.
Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat.
All right. Magic doesn't work. Can't force my way out here. Oh. Your room. Your shop that can think. Oh. You know, I met a room just like you not too long ago. Oh, I hear you, but I don't understand you. I will.